Welcome to your year-end DVD. Every year, my students and I make this DVD as a way of thanking you for your interest in Aspire, your contributions, your donations, and your participation in it. And so this year, of course, I have chosen a wonderful story, one of my very favorite ones. I know you've all heard it, but it's still so beautiful. And it always brings a moment to me. And I hope as you watch this little video that we made for you, that it brings a moment for you. And I'll be right back, okay?
An ancient story. A wise woman who was traveling in the mountains found a precious stone in a stream. The next day she met another traveler who was hungry, and the wise woman opened her bag to share her food. The hungry traveler saw the precious stone and asked the woman to give it to him. She did so without a moment's hesitation. The traveler left, rejoicing in his seeming good fortune. He knew the stone was worth enough to give him security for an entire lifetime. But a few days later, he came back to return the stone to this wise woman. "I've been thinking," he said. "I know how valuable the stone is, but I give it back to you in the hopes that you can give me something far more precious. Please give me that which you have within you that enabled you to give me the stone."
You know, I sit day and night, night and day, thinking of ways to help you, thinking of ways to reach you, to tell you how precious your life is, how valuable your life is. This story that you just witnessed here that we made for you is about a very special woman, a woman who was not concerned with convenience or comfort or security. She was very unusual. A man comes to her and asks for food. She opens up her bag and there is this very precious stone. And he realizes how precious it is. And thinking that he's fooling her, he said, "Give me the stone." And she just hands it to him. Amazing woman. Amazing moment in a person's life. When was the last time you gave away anything that valuable in your life? When's the last time you would give to anyone that which you believed you needed more than they do? I'm sure it's a rare occurrence in most people's lives because we're under the stress of a great deal of fear. We live in fear. In the collective unconscious of this world, we live in a desperate fear. And we have every reason and rationale not to give. I can give you 100 million reasons right now why you shouldn't give. But I only have one reason to ask you to give, to help humankind. And that is because you can. This woman is amazing because she didn't even flinch. Take it. She just gave it to him. Of course, he had to be suspicious of this because this was a great sum of money. You could live the rest of your life off the rock. That's how big it was. Just think of that. And she just gave it to him. But something in him was unusual too. He was evidently no average person either. And he wondered, how could she do this? Now that's unusual. Most people would have run, taken the stone, cashed it in, and run. And think, oh, I have such great luck. But maybe something of the nature of love within him, an awareness of what was more valuable than the rock hit him. So he returns the stone to her, and he says those immortal words. Please give me that which you have within you that made it possible for you to give me this rock. This could be about forgiveness. This could be about compassion. This could be about love, really giving love to someone who potentially, according to maybe your moral standards, doesn't deserve your love or your forgiveness. But you see, the point of it all is to free ourselves from the adversity of our thinking, the limitations of our small mind, our petty emotions, and get beyond this whole thing. We're not here in this life to restructure our emotions, our thoughts. We're not here to readjust the furniture in the room and say, hey, look, I've just bought a new house. We're here to dump it all. We're here to transform, and I can't transform when I'm more concerned about what my emotions are telling me than what my heart is telling me. I do a lot of work at the hospice and the hospital, and I do a ton of work with my students. And I can tell you, most people do not know what their heart is. They think their emotions are the state of their heart, and they're not. Many years ago, I did a series called The Touch on Aspire. In fact, it's on YouTube now. And it was born out of the book that I wrote, For the Love of Your Life. In that program, I said, you have to want love more than wanting what you think is love. I got a lot of mail on that one. Most people disagreed. Most people didn't understand. I was very saddened by it all because it's the way we are. Everything has to appeal to my emotional logic and reasoning. And this is why the world is the way it is. We're not going to change the world. That's not the point. We're not here to change the world. We're here to serve those who are willing, those who are seeking, those who are looking for that precious moment in their life that is deeply significant to their living. If you can find that sacred moment in you, that precious moment, where you are not afraid, where you would be willing to give to someone else that which you believe you need more than they do, you will understand how we predestine our lives long before we experience them. This woman knew and understood the value of unconscionable generosity. This is an art form in a person. This is not something we do to get something back. It's not a business deal. It's about letting go and dying into each moment, dying into love each and every moment of our life. And as we die more and more and more and more into love, we find the essence of life within us. I hope this story rings a bell in you. We live in impermanence in this world. Nothing stays the same. No man can put his foot in a stream twice. Everything changes. The object of our living is not to control our life, but to let life bloom in us, to let ourselves flower in this life. Meditation, insight work, compassion, love, forgiveness, unconscionable generosity. These are the only things that change humankind and us as individuals. Be a light in this world. Do the things that most people don't have the courage to do. To go beyond your pride, maybe your vanity, your fear, your idea of moral respect and all that other stuff. And give love in the face of everything that looks wrong to you. If you do, you will be like this beautiful woman and the beautiful man that had the courage to bring back the rock and say, please give me that which you have within you, that let you give this rock to me. Please. And please forgive me. Namaste. I know everyone's after your money. Everybody's telling you they're the charity to support. And there are very big charities that are much larger than little old Aspire. But I want you to understand, it is only through your tax-deductible gift that I'm able to go to hospice and the hospital and serve you with the commentary, the podcast, the videocast, the radio programs, as well as the YouTube experience of Aspire there. And this year we're going to emphasize more taking old programs and converting them. As you know, we're going to have new programs in November for you for YouTube on the 3 treasures of the Tao. And for those of you who are sponsors, you're going to receive the 4-disc set on the 3 treasures of the Tao that I recorded way back in February of this year to prepare for you as my gift. The Tao is a very important thing. But we have other programs that we've done from the heart of the Tao that is not on YouTube. It costs around $1,200 to do 8 programs, to convert them and put them on YouTube and then pay for YouTube and the whole thing that we have to do there. So your tax-deductible gifts loom very important. I hope you will make a contribution, a year-end donation as I ask every year. I don't ask a lot out of you. I ask you to help me support this work as I go into the community, serve people who are dying, who are sick, and those of you who see the value of this work. It's a very unusual spiritual work that I offer, and I am deeply moved by your participation, your interest, and your loving support. If you are not a sponsor of Aspire, now's a good time to be one, because to become a sponsor, you will not only receive the message of the month, you will not only be able to go to the website in the catalog section and choose any Aspire product you like as my free gift to you, you will also receive the new series, the 3 treasures of the Tao, as my gift also. So there's a lot involved in this, and a lot of love really in this. This video was made by my students, and we do this together. We work together and we come up with these beautiful pictures and this video, all in an effort to say to you, thank you. I hope you will give this some real serious consideration and make your donation before the end of the year, or at least by the end of the year. It will help me greatly. Thank you for watching, and please forgive me. Hey.